What is going on, everybody? Zach RC here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome along to episode number 40 of the F1 Ultimate Career Series for the Miami Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the last episode, make sure to go check that one out before you see this one. And as always, make sure to get subscribed if you are new around here for more future F1 content as the series continues on. So, 4 races in, we're a quarter of the way now through the 2022 F1 season. We're heading to the Miami Grand Prix for the first time in this series. There's our message through about the problems we faced in the last race. We've got 480 resource points there, so instantly getting more than we got over the entire course of F1 2021 in terms of resource points for faults. But we'll look into upgrades now. It's about 3k on the board here. We'll look mainly into powertrain and durability to try and obviously make the car a bit faster in terms of the engine unit, and then from there we'll just try and make it a bit more durable as things continue on. Because we got a bit less in terms of power unit this year, so I have to try and take advantage of the upgrades if we can. We've got 8 upgrades all waiting to come through on the board here, so it should be a very fruitful episode in terms of upgrades the next few episodes. Of course, we have got some changes to make to our power unit. A number of parts start falling apart, in particular the gearbox. Of course, we lost several gears in the late stage of that race. Obviously lost second gear early on. That was sort of a precursor to that. So we'll make the changes then to the ICE, MGUH, the turbocharger, and of course the gearbox. So we've got 2 left on each part except for the gearbox. We've got 3 there. There's the standings then. So we dropped quite a few places after that result. Verstappen leads the way by 5 over Sainz and Perez. Those two sides tied for second place. Another 7 back to Leclerc. Another 5 back to us in P5. Lewis quite a way back in 6th place, and obviously as Verstappen managed to beat us in the last race, he leads the rivalry after the first round 7-3, so plenty of work to be done then, plenty of time for us to try and get that gap back. We'll advance time and get a few of those upgrades coming through on our way to Miami. It should be, as I say, a very, very exciting race. And I've always felt like a good pace around Miami, so this could go either way. If I'm being truthful, I have to wait and see when we actually get on the track and see how we are in terms of Miami on F1 22, thanks to the handling model as a result of that. We'll look around here, see if we've got any more points for any more upgrades before we go to the race weekend itself. I think we're just shy in terms of some of the minor upgrades, so unfortunately I think that'll be all we can take going into this race weekend, but that's okay, then we've got plenty of them on the board, and those will come in over the next couple of races. Without further ado, let's head over to Miami and get this race weekend underway with qualifying. So we go then moments away from qualifying and moments away from venturing out onto the Miami International Autodrome circuit for the first time. Of course, built around the Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Dolphins in the NFL. Making our way now into the pit lane and out onto the racetrack for the first time. It should be a very interesting drive in this first qualifying session. 19 corners on the circuit, and obviously a very unique track design. So making our way now onto the racetrack for the first time, and obviously immediately being met with turn 2, obviously immediately into turn 3. It's a very technical start to lap. Be careful on cold tyres. You see us running way wide there on our line in 3. But out of turn 19 now to start our first flying lap. It's quite a cloudy day here, man. So hopefully that brightens up for the Grand Prix course, the cool Florida, the Sunshine State. Going into turn 1, the right-hander then, keeping things under control, and obviously going right immediately into turn 2 and then turn 3. Again, careful on the tyres, make sure we don't slide and lose the back end going through that right-hander. It's quite a sweeping long right-hander, so obviously carrying a lot of speed through there. Down towards turn 4 now, again into a set more of chicanes here, left, right, through turns 4 and 5, and now through 6, obviously sweeping left-hander, going all the way around, and then we'll be greeted with the entry to turn 7 to complete the first sector here. Oh, very close to the outside wall there on corner exit. 30.7 in our first sector, emerging now from the very tight turn 17 into 18 and towards 19. Guan Yu Zhou first time on the board, 1 minute 30.5 for the Alfa Romeo. We come through to the line, set the fastest lap ourselves, 1:29.4 to start things off. And not about a minute in terms of drives who can top us for the time being. But when we get back to the pit lane in matter of moments here, we'll see a number of cars come through and top our time. Right now, we should change it onto our second set of soft tyres to prepare for our last run. We're in P3 with 12 minutes to go, but obviously as we accelerate time towards the end of the session, get jumped by Lewis, and obviously Max and Perez will come through as well. So P6 as we were previously, but hopefully we'll be able to try and get things back on the last lap. Only 3 tenths down. Honestly, I feel like we're getting closer and closer in terms of qualifying pace over at Mercedes. Obviously Lewis has done fantastically in recent races, qualified P2 for the sprint to Imola. But down towards the last straight now, DRS is in deployment, or about to be in deployment, as we come through half a second up on our last lap, and with purple sector 2, so there's every chance we could still get a good result out of this. Of course, our highest qualifying being P2 so far this season in Saudi Arabia. Can we try and match that, perhaps even top it, going through turn 18, one more time, a bit quick on entry, almost hitting the wall there on corner exit, but through towards turn 18 now, 6 tenths up, 6.5 tenths up towards the line. Could it be pole potentially over the line? P2 in the end. And for the second time this season, we're narrowly beaten to pole position. I'm curious to see who it is, but all in all, a good qualifying position and a front row slot here for the race in Miami.
Finished. It's time to remind ourselves once again of our top 3: Verstappen, Cohen, and Carlos Sainz. With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
So Verstappen then takes pole for the first Miami Grand Prix. We qualify second by just under 800ths, and Carlos Sainz comes through in P3. So all in all, the field is quite close together here. The top 8 separated by a second, and it should lead to a very, very exciting Miami Grand Prix. Let's jump in now to the race and see if we can get our second win of the season.
Welcome to the Magic City. We're here at the Miami International Autodrome, the home of the Hard Rock Stadium, a multi-purpose sports and entertainment hub which has hosted Super Bowls, Baseball World Series, numerous rock concerts, and now, for the first time, Formula One, with great opportunities for wheel-to-wheel battles featuring 19 corners, 3.36 miles long, and expected average speeds of 138 miles an hour. The Miami International Autodrome will be sure to create lots of chances to overtake. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Cohen completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Leclerc, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Perez, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Magnussen and Pierre Gasly, Tsunoda, Ocon, Daniel Ricciardo and Mick Schumacher, Vettel, Bottas, Guan Yu Zhou and Lance Stroll. Latifi and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box. Ant, it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
So here we go then, no more talking, time for action at the Miami Grand Prix from P2 on the grid, starting alongside championship leader Max Verstappen, who will be looking for his second win of the season. 4 race winners so far in 2022. Looks to try and keep it at 4 and take the victory for ourselves. Here's the strategy for the race ahead then. Not too sure in terms of what to go for here, because the default strategy, obviously mediums to hards as always, but I was looking at the alternate strategy and thinking, can we gain anything from that? Because I wanted to try it for a little while. I want to see if it has any effect at all. Perhaps not the track to trying out, but you know what? We'll go for it. We'll go for something slightly more entertaining, go for something a bit different, and we'll see if it pays off for us. And hopefully we'll still come through at minimum P2, if not the race win.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out.
Mixed bag then, so a number of cars around are starting the hard tyres. Obviously we start on the softs, the only cars do that alongside with Daniel Ricciardo. Mediums and hards for everyone else in the field.
As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can. And they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, failing that, within the points.
So onto the grid now, getting set for the Miami Grand Prix. Are going on the front row alongside Verstappen. It'll be crucial we get a good run going down towards turn 1. It'll be crucial in this first lap we get around Verstappen because we want to try and build an advantage on our first stint on those soft tyres. But hard tyre runners all around us. Imagine longer first stints for the majority of guys in the top 5 here, or in the top 6 perhaps, as they come towards the line. The last few cars start to take their place on the back rows of this grid, and it should be a very interesting affair around the next 28 laps as the last 2 cars, the 2 Williams cars, take their slots on the grid to get this race underway. Albon and Latifi taking their slots, Verstappen and myself on the front row. Here come the lights for the first ever Miami Grand Prix, and the next round in the F1 Ultimate Career Series is underway. It's lights out, foot to the floor. Go, go, go. Decent start there. Signs a good start on our left going towards turn 1. Only losing one place. You're still on the inside of him going towards that first corner. Underneath, slight bit of contact going through turn 1. Verstappen is way with the lead. Going through turn 2 now. Got the inside line for 3. Keeping the car under control and keeping the back end from going out underneath us. And it's a P2 start then to kick us off. So actually maintaining our place on the opening lap here. So a decent getaway. Now we have to get to work on chasing down Verstappen for the race lead. About half a second in front of us. And a very good start. Obviously moved over to cover us off going towards that first corner. We'll take advantage going down through towards turn 7 to complete the first sector of this race. right on the Dutchman's tail on corner exit, and of course this will be a DRS zone in just under 2 laps time now, but of course let's try and go for a move early here. I'm sensing a move going down towards turn 11 at the far end of this circuit, closing on Verstappen now. Good run on the Red Bulls, pull down towards the braking zone. I'm going to pull to the inside, perhaps the outside of the racetrack. Verstappen opens the outside up, we'll try and go around the high line, going into turn 11 into the stadium section. We take the lead then for the first time today here in Miami, and Verstappen is left in our dust here, and it's thanks to those soft tyres we have the grip to sort that out. Now in the next 6 laps or so, we've got to try and build as much of a lead as we can in order to ensure we don't lose too much time for that second pit stop. So Verstappen, they're behind us about 7 tenths already, so starting to pull away advantage very quickly in this thing. Sainz, Leclerc, Hamilton round out the top 5. He's on the medium tyres, this Lewis, so plenty of different strategy there compared to the rest of the front runners. So on to lap 6 though, got 1.6 seconds lead over Verstappen, gets him out of DRS range, but his Red Bull is still dangerously quick, so managed to keep close to us over the course of this one. So into the pit lane for our first of 2 stops in this Grand Prix. The soft tyres were magnificent, and now it's time to head on to our first set of medium tyres. In we go now, optimal turn-in, and the pit crew getting to work. Only car in the pit lane, so Ricciardo perhaps giving it another lap or so, of course he's also started on those soft tyres. We are away though, and falling down the order quite quickly here. Obviously, pitting so early, we're going to end up emerging sort of towards the rear end of the pack. So it'll be down to us to try and work our way through the field and avoid losing too much time over the course of our second stint at this Grand Prix. So the medium tyres are now on, and we are making our way to the pit exit. Going to rejoin in P16, just behind Valtteri Bottas and just in front of Lance Stroll. It's Vettel in front of Bottas and Latifi behind Stroll. So the car surrounding us now on to lap 7 in this race then, and closing on Bottas now with DRS. Of course, former rival of ours going down towards turn number 17. Former rival in what is now his car is now ours, and down the inside of the Alfa Romeo going in towards the left-hander, outbraking me, locked up a bit going to 17. So keep our car under wraps and maintain the place on corner exit. So P15 for us, few cars into the pit lane. Sorry, Ricciardo's in now. So first another spot's P14 right now, and Vettel is there. Our next target going down towards turn 1. Lap 8 now underway. Plenty of time still to go in this Grand Prix, so plenty of opportunity to get some spots back. Going through turn 2 now and staying up right behind the 4-time world champion in the Aston Martin. Going for the outside if we can on corner exit. Vettel gets all out of shape there. We're going to try and pull alongside the 4-time champ, going towards the left-hander of turn 4 and pulling in front of the superior power in our Mercedes, taking the place of the Aston Martin, and that's another place up to P13 now. And the 2 AlphaTauris, Tsunoda and Gasly, our next 2 targets on the racetrack here. As we exit turn 8 and continue chasing the 2 AlphaTauris, Yuki though, the first mark on our hit list of the 2 cars. So on to lap 9 of this Grand Prix. DRS is in play once again down the main straight. He's got it too, but he's no match for our superior power in our Mercedes engine. Going down towards that first corner, diving to the inside of Tsunoda and making the pass on corner exit. Still alongside us though, had to shut the door on him in turn 2. Of course, we're first to the apex, we can do that if we feel necessary. So Yuki falls back, and Gasly now our next target further onto lap 9 in this race. He's got Mick Schumacher just there in front of him as we make our way through turn 11 through 12 now. That's sweeping right hand through the stadium section past the grandstands. On the inside of Gasly now for turn 13, going towards chicane. He puts us in the wall there, going towards 14, jumping in front of the Frenchman and taking the place over our old teammate, who seriously has some sort of bad blood with us after that first season for some odd reason. He threw us in the wall there going towards turn 13. Not quite sure what that was about, but Mick Schumacher, our next target now, going down towards the braking zone of 17. DRS once again in play, he's got nothing. Ocon in P9 is 2.5 seconds in front, so we've got some work to do to try and close him down in the Alpine. We'll go to the inside though on Schumacher, making the move. But Schumacher's been fantastic so far this season. Of course, scored points in Bahrain. It's been a lot faster in this season compared to his first one. The Haas has been a much better car in terms of performance. On to lap 11 now, fastest lap once again in our possession, going towards turn 1 again. Esteban Ocon now in front of us. I'm sensing another sort of move we did on Vettel, going through turn 3 if we can, making our move. We're going to go to the outside of the racetrack as Ocon lifts for turn 3, off the racing line a little bit there, and onto the blue of the outer parts of the racetrack, but keeping it within the white lines only just, and avoiding a warning fortunately. So Ocon gets put behind us, and now we're up to P9. And it's 4 seconds to Magnussen in the Haas in front, and Norris is 7.6 up the road. Max is in the lead still and making his way down towards turn 11, but Ocon is right on our tail here as we exit turn 7 and 8, and we actually come back at us here with DRS, because there's obviously nothing for us. We've got no battery to defend ourselves with, so Ocon may come back at us. Of course, 2 retirements in the last 2 race weekends, one in Australia and one in the sprint at Imola, but still he's clearly not done, and down the inside of the racetrack he goes, looking for P9 back off of us as we go into turn 11. Going to hold him off narrowly there, but potentially have to keep our eye out for the faster cars, potentially making that move, going down towards 11 later on the Grand Prix, should they get close enough. But Ocon now in the mirrors, and onto lap 13 a couple of laps later, working on chasing down Magnussen. DRS in our possession, Ocon 4.2 behind, so no concern. Obviously Magnussen's got Norris 5 seconds in front, so no DRS for him to help us close that gap massively there. Lewis in the pit lane, so making his change as a set of hard tyres to go to the end of the Grand Prix, and Magnussen coming in now, so unfortunately depriving us of taking that place on track. Lando's in too, Alonso in as well, Hamilton also in for hard tyres, so up to P5 now, and we're left with just the Ferraris and Red Bulls in front of us as we enter turn 1. Those are the only guys yet to make their pit stops at this stage of the Grand Prix in terms of cars in front of us. On to lap 16, Zhou Guanyu out of the race there, and unfortunately there for the rookie who suffers, I think, his first retirement of the season here. What's happened to the Alfa Romeo as he makes his way through towards turn 17, who of course has such a good start to his campaign, scoring points in the early races, and now dealing with a problem here around the midway stage of this Miami Grand Prix. So into turn 17 he goes. Things look to be all okay for him as he makes his way off the corner. There he is, over on the left-hand side. He wasn't on the camera there, but we see him now. And you see that bit of puff smoke, and Joe pulls the car over, and that's it for him. The Alfa Romeo is out of this race, unfortunately. So one less car to worry about. Of course, the car behind us, not of our concern for now. Yellow flag for Joe as he is there on the left-hand side as we come through to start lap 17 of this race. And our pit window is now open for our last set of mediums. And two of the cars, Verstappen and Leclerc, both coming in, and both of them fitting medium tyres. Of course, longer first stint on the hards. They'll go faster on the mediums in the late stage of this race, but obviously they'll have the same sort of grip as we do. But I think it's potentially where the two-stop shoots in the foot, because obviously we'll emerge behind those guys. But given the pace we had in this second stint, I'm confident we try and close on the majority of these cars. Verstappen I just don't know about, because he's had such a good lead, such a good car today. As we come in now, end lap number 17, Sainz and Perez also in, so making their change to medium tyres, and we'll come to our last set here, only just avoiding a pit limit penalty as we make our way into the last time and looking towards our pit box once again. Optimal turn in, need the pit crew to cook on the way through, changing tyres. And it's a 2.4 second stop, a bit late down the clutch, but putting away nice and easy. Verstappen and Leclerc going through. Verstappen is long gone, he's there up in turn 3 already. Leclerc's gone through, so decent advantage you saw what Verstappen had. There's Sainz and Perez a few seconds in front of us now, but we're down behind Alonso and Hamilton, and potentially Norris as we get towards turn 1. On corner exit, we'll maintain the place over the McLaren, but Alonso and Hamilton in front of us. We've got work to do to try and get around these guys in the later stages of this Grand Prix in our final stint this one. But obviously, like I say, pace has been strong around Miami. I'm confident we can try and get those places back. So on, pushing on now to Alonso, our first target here, to make our way off of turn 16 down the DRS track once again. No problems in terms of power unit. That orange light is on, but I think we've got one of the problems is probably just starting to wear out a little bit there. Alonso, though, is still our concern as we make our way down towards turn 17. Looks to defend the inside, but we get to his inside first and going towards the left-hander now. Verstappen fastest lap. He's got pace in this thing. He's pulling away. I think P1 is out of the question now, regardless how high in the field we can get. But around Alonso, it gets all out of shape on corner exit, and we'll take away the place and up to P6 now. And on to lap 20. Norris has passed Alonso 3 seconds back, and Hamilton, our teammate, is now our next target to make our way through. And Sainz and Perez just in front of him. Well, Sainz is there, but Perez is a second or two down the road, and Leclerc is there in second place. I think could be another car potentially might be able to catch, as Lewis, though, is our main focus in terms of DRS down this next straight. Sainz is pulling away, is making our way through here. Lewis will not get DRS off Sainz. That'll make our job a lot easier here, going down towards 17, and we're pulling in front of our 7-time world champion, our compatriot teammate, in towards the 17th corner, the last proper corner on the circuit, let's face it. There goes Perez in P3, Sainz P4. We're around Lewis for P5. Better exit on the outside going through turn 17, through 18 and 19 now to begin another lap. And Sainz is there, our next target, up into 5th place now. So podium is still on the cards, but hopefully we can try and close in on 2nd place at most. I think Verstappen, as I say, is just out of reach today. On to lap 22 now. Sainz is there right for the taking as we make our way through once again towards turn 17. This DRS zone has been lethal for us today. And again, no DRS for Sainz, who won't get it off Perez. Is 2.5 up the road right now. So closing on Sainz. We're going to follow in the Ferrari's wake. We're going all the way up towards the corner and pulling to the outside of the racetrack. Sainz defends the inside. We've got a better exit off of turn 17 from the outside than we do on the inside. So making our way through a bit wide off our line there. So Sainz pulls back alongside. We'll get a better exit and pull charging through. And once again, up another place into 4th now. And 1 place away from the podium here. Sainz might try and come back out of here towards turn 1, but won't do it for now. So we'll take away the P4 from him for now. But Perez 2.5 in front of us to make our way on to lap number 25 now. Fastest lap on lap 24. 1:31.3. It's the bonus point coming our way once again. So closing on Perez without a shadow of a doubt. Sainz is now 2 seconds back. Hamilton 6 to 8 seconds back on lap 26, a lap later. And closing on Perez now, going towards turn 11. We can't lose too much time because Leclerc is still 3.2 up the road. So we're going to have to pull about a second lap out of him in the last 3 laps, and that's why we get around Perez here. That is crucial. We make that pass now. So going down towards turn 11 here, going to try and pull to the inside of the racetrack. Perez brings it in close, but manages to hold us off for now. He's going to make our way through towards turn number 12. Yellow flag. Leclerc spun off. What's happened to Charles Leclerc? He's off on the wrong way on the racetrack. Well, on the inside of Perez going towards 13. He shuts the door, but Charles Leclerc has just spun out and cost himself a chance of 2nd place finish. And we're now fighting Perez for 2nd. What's happened to Charles Leclerc there going through turn 12? We're running ball with him on the replay. Just what's happened as Verstappen now sees no challenge towards his 2nd win of the season. Leclerc just cooks it there. Goes too much on the throttle, going through turn 12 on corner exit, and has to back up to allow myself and Perez through. Sainz goes through. I think Lewis will not cut through around Leclerc, so Leclerc backs up and carries on his way, but that'll be a crucial damage to the race winner at Imola. But now it's P2 we're racing for on lap 27 in this Grand Prix, and again closing on Perez towards turn number 11 now, fighting for P2 best in this Grand Prix. Verstappen, 13.4 up the road, down the inside of Perez, slightly bit of contact going through. Perez trying to shut the door on us, but we were there, and we got to the apex, so we're up into second place now, and our job to hold this place. So on to the last lap of this Grand Prix. Perez is there, he's got DRS, and so does Sainz, going down towards turn 11. Perez could get us back here, and Sainz could take us off the podium completely if things fall apart for us in this final lap. Going to defend the inside again. Perez on the outside now, going towards turn 11 on the inside. Might try and get split back on corner exit, might try and pull to the outside. Will maintain the place for now, only just. And only about seconds to go at this point in the Grand Prix. One more DRS zone still coming our way. Verstappen is on his way through. He's going towards turn 17 now to take a second one of the season over the curbs there. It's going to cost us a lot of time to be around turn 16 for the last time. But Verstappen is going through a whole straightaway in front by a good 14-15 seconds at this stage of the Grand Prix. The Miami Grand Prix has been dominated by him today. We had the pace, but the strategy cost us in the end. It was the wrong choice. But Verstappen comes through to take victory here in Miami. And as that's happening, Perez going for one last charge here. He pulls to the outside of the racetrack going towards turn 17. That's out and break the Mexican, going into the braking zone on the inside this time. Not the better exit line, but get through, forcing Perez out. Sainz takes P3 at the last, and going through turns 18 and 19 to secure a P2 finish in Miami. All in all, a podium finish, a solid result. Max was uncatchable today. Potentially, had we done the one stop, could we have got him? Who knows? You know what? We took the alternate strategy, we did something different today, and it paid off, and we still managed to maintain P2 and had a much more exciting and enjoyable race. And driver of the day, I think well worth it after a race such as that. Fantastic Grand Prix here in Miami.
So as they climb out of the car, the Red Bull team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly deserved win. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
So Verstappen then becomes the first driver to win 2 races in 2022. He wins the Miami Grand Prix. We finish second, and Carlos Sainz finishes third. Do you know what? I'm satisfied with that Grand Prix. We didn't win it. We didn't win this one. We had a chance potentially to win it, but we tried the alternate strategy, see if it would work. It didn't work, and when it didn't work, we took advantage of the cars around us. Of course, Leclerc's spin practically giving us P2 for free. But obviously, I had to hold off Perez and Sainz at the late stage of that race in order to try and ensure we managed to take the place. We'll have a look, though, at the results and, of course, the standings after today's exciting race.
Let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Cohen. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Have a look at the rest of the top 10. So Perez in the end finishes 4th, only just behind Sainz. Leclerc 5th, falling to 5th after that spin, which could have been P2 for him. Hamilton 6th, then Norris, Alonso, Ocon, and Magnussen rounds out the top 10. Yet more good points for Haas after their scoreless season in 2021. Have to have a look then how the championship standings have changed, if they've changed at all following the race in Miami. And Verstappen still leads, but we are up to P4 now, so up 1 place over Leclerc. That spin cost him not just 3 places, but a place in the championship too. Sainz 16 points back, Perez 19 back, and we're 25 off the lead. So it's still closable. I'd say a win or 2 in the next couple of races could be up there with Max. In terms of constructors, 58 points back, so P3 in the standings right now. Red Bull increase their lead over Ferrari to 25. It's a close race so far, but anything could happen in the rest of this season. But guys, that'll do it for this episode of the F1 Ultimate Career Series. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more future F1 content. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.